So I'll identify the zone as we continue, so that now you locate your institution placement. Second, identify qualified TP institution. What makes a teaching practice institution a suitable one? That's what we are saying. So we'll take you through the qualifications. Is not every institution qualifies to be a TP institution. Some will make you fail your TP. Number 3, choose a relevant teaching subject. What are you going to teach when you go for teaching practice? Then, very important, number 4, you can see it's highlighted. Request for TP institution. How do you request for TP institution? And then, how do you download the letter, the TP letter from portal? Then submit the necessary feedback to the TP office. Once you download your letter, how do you take to the TP institution, and what kind of feedback do you bring to our office? And then another highlighted part, how do you do application for teaching practice proper? Request is not. It's the way you send a letter to any place you want to apply for a job. There's no guarantee. So you cannot say nimepata kazi hapa. So placement now comes after you've done your request and the institution has accepted you. So we'll guide you through how you do now your formal application, not a request. Requests are just the letters you send all over the world requesting for jobs. Placement is different. Is confirmation. I have accepted the offer. So those are those stages. Then the number 8, confirm approval. How do you confirm that you've been allowed to proceed for TP? It's not automatic. You can be denied. So there is TP approval. Then the last one, which is number 9, how do you defer teaching practice? How do you postpone? Or how do we enforce? It can also come from our end. We tell you you'll not be going for TP because of NDC. Or it can come from you. So how do you do that? So those are the issues. So TP zones. We have 10 functional zones, which they actually facilitate our management exercise. It's not very easy to coordinate about 1,600 students. So you need other people to assist you. So each zone is managed by a zone coordinator who are in charge. So we'll be presenting them to you later in the second briefing, not at this stage now. Now you only need the 4 of us. So, and also for sure the clerk. So those are the 10 functional zones for management. The zones are as follows. We have Nairobi zone. So what is the span of Nairobi zone? Nairobi zone starts from KSTVET. Then we can take the roads. We can take the roads to Mombasa because Mombasa is famous and relaxing. So it extends from where we are all the way out to Mololongo. You stop at Mololongo, that is the end of Nairobi. So you don't go beyond Mololongo. You go to the river, you are in a different zone. So please take note. Then come back again to Nairobi Central CBD. Take the road to Nakuru. So all the way to Gemende. You know Gemende. Gemende is the end of Nairobi. Beyond there, you go to Naivasha. So Naivasha is a different place. It's in a different zone. So take note. After Gemende, that's where Nairobi stops. Come back again to Nairobi CBD. Take the road to Thika. The Thika road. The furthest you go, Nairobi span, is Ruiru. So you stop there. You don't cross the river. Once you cross the river, you are in a different zone. So where Ruiru stops. Come back to CBD. Take Kiambu Road. I'm taking all exits from Nairobi. Take Kiambu Road. Go to Kiambu Town. Go to Githunguri. Hiyo yote in Nairobi. So that is part of Nairobi. Where Githunguri is in Nairobi. Equally Nakuru, Baringo. So where does Nakuru start? Naivasha. Tulisema Kimende. Ukipita Kimende, unaenda Naivasha. Anza Naivasha. Anyways Naivasha. Any school within there. All the way to Nakuru. Now let's say you don't want to go to Nakuru. Ukifika Gilgil. Take the route to Nyahururu. Zunguka Nyahururu. Pita huko Laikipia. Rudi Nakuru town. take the road to Eldoret. Go to the junction Makutano. You have to Total, TVC. You stop there. Come back to Nakuru town again. Take the route to Kabarnet, all the way to Baringo. That is Nakuru, the Baringo. Keep Taragon yote. Iko hapo. So you don't go beyond the Total station where the junction to Kiricho, the junction to Nakuru is. That is the end. Then you come back to Nakuru, Joro yote, your area yote yote. So that's how we define Nakuru, Laikipia. That's how we define Nakuru, Nakuru, Baringo zone. Good. Number 6. Kisii, Kericho, Rongo. Here, please, it is your work to do due diligence. We will not do it for you because we are giving you free hands to look for your teaching practice institution. Therefore, you are supposed to do due diligence. But let's go through. We'll show you the points to consider. So, qualified TP institutions or TVETs, National Police, TTIs, TVCs, VTCs, all those ones, they are qualified. They are actually the best. Secondary schools, they are the best. Those two, please pick any. They are more than enough. They need you like yesterday. No primary school, so you cannot do your TP in a primary school. You are not trained to teach them. No universities, you are not qualified in either do it. But majorly because of their workings. Like now they're on strike. Suppose you're on TP, we will call you back because you're not practicing enough. They have their own unique problems, so we don't go there. But we have what we refer to as university TVETs. There are some TVETs, that is diploma offering, universities in the university. We call them university TVETs. For example, we have one in Cooperative College, Machakos, we have Machakos TVET. Even for those they offer the same diplomas the way our TVETs actually do. They are our competitors for your information. So you can also get a job there for your information. They will blow you, but you teach under the TVET, not in the university. But please, there's a caution. There's a caution there, which tends to avoid. Why? Because when they are on strike, they are on strike. So, if you lose 1 week, then you are automatically deferred. You must be practicing throughout. So please, caution. So when we tell you you cannot graduate because you not practice enough, you went to a TVET, university TVET, and we cautioned you, then you will not actually listen to you. We tell you you must do TP as a term to get adequate number of practice. So, caution. No KMTC, get the medical training colleges, neither agriculture training colleges. This one is no caution, is a no, because their calendar is very different from ours. That is the major reason. Actually, their calendar very different. So no primary teacher colleges. So it's a big caution. Why? And in fact, any other teacher training college. The reason is you cannot train a teacher when you're also being trained. Sasa wewe mwalimu na wewe pia unafunza kuwa mwalimu. So you cannot go to a teaching college. But we have some teacher training college, like for example Kitui teacher training college, which has a TVET inside. Even Shanzu, they have teacher training colleges in them. Therefore, you can go to that wing and do your TP there. So please do your due diligence. You cannot teach the teachers, but you teach the other trainees. Good. So public versus private institution, which one is better? Do you go to a government to public TVETs or do you go to private institutions? We are not restricting you. You can go either, but I want to give you a caution for private ones. The students who actually fail the non-conforming, they go to private colleges. The problem is, sometimes when you are on, they may decide to close in between the term, wanafunga, or do you do? 2, they have a erratic number of students. They may decide now for the week they will chase all the students to go for money. What happens? You have no student to teach. Therefore, you are not practicing. What happens? We defer you. So in case you go to private college, caution. So we will not listen to you when you tell us, Mwalimu, there are no students. They all go no for fees. So I want you to give more preference to public institutions. The second reason why we are not keen on private institutions is because they also don't have trained teachers. So you may not have mentors. So when you go there, you might be the only one trained in that college. Of course, there's an advantage you might get a job because you are trained, but caution. But you are not we are not refusing you going to a private college. Because you are the principal there, so those are the qualified TP institutions where you can do your TP. Thank you. The next one, qualified TP institution types, and this is what we refer to as due diligence. How do you consider this one to be qualified, even if it's a public one? Why should we say it is qualified? Therefore, this is the due diligence we are talking about. So what do you consider? Number 1, the quorum. The permissible quorum for you to do TP effectively, where you can practice all the methodologies you've learned, where you can practice all the management, class management you have learned, is a quorum of 10 and above. So please do due diligence. In case you have not thought of that, you can send your cousins or your relatives or your friend to check for you whether they have the place you are thinking of, whether they have adequate students. Any quorum less than 10 will still defer you, tell you you've not practiced adequately. So please look for another place where you can practice in the coming term. So please do due diligence. Or in case you come on ground and you find you are teaching less than that, we will still not assess you. So do your due diligence. That is the lower mark. The upper cap, we say a class of 50, because classes bigger than 50, they are very difficult to manage. You are going to lose marks on the issues of management. For example, you have a class of 200 and now you want to group them in groups. In groups of what? In groups of 50. So think about that. But that is manageable. The administration, most of the time, the understanding when you're on TP, they can split the class for you for its management. Another very important due diligence is which curriculum is being implemented in that institution. So check before you go there. Are they CBET? Are they the ordinary style, the traditional one, particularly secondary schools? Check what is being offered. Is it an external curriculum, CIMA, SISM? So check which one. We don't care whether it's a SISM, provided they have a curriculum. Not the one of every week. You know, these small colleges or private ones where, for example, they are teaching packages, or they are teaching how to water. Therefore, the curriculum is for 1 week. Then here in Aisha, munaanza tena. Not that one. It must be a curriculum learning for a whole term. So be careful. Which syllabus is being implemented? So check whether it's local, it's international. There must be a syllabus. There must be OSs. So check that. What are their term dates? This is very critical. That's why we talked of universities. Universities, sometimes when we're opening, they close. Some international schools, when you are opening, they are closing. They are on holiday. Or maybe you learn for 1 month, then now they close for 3 weeks. Those are wrong institutions to do your TP. So please, before you make any move, check when are you opening, when are you closing. Check whether that is in tandem with our term dates. You know, when you're opening, for example, you're opening in January to April, the calendar must run that way. Actually, international schools like January, they're not there. The same with May and August, they're not there. But in third term, this term, they're there. So do your due diligence, you are well guided. So we don't want you to be frustrated when you tell you we cannot see you for And or you start asking, please come see me. We are about to close. We'll tell you, no, we follow our calendar, not yours. So be careful. So do due diligence. Do they sit for external exams? If so, who is the examiner? Check whether it's NEC, whether it's external. We don't care about that. Like now we have college exams with the CBET. National polytechnics, they have a right to offer their exams and certify like ourselves. So check whether it is internal, whichever it is still fine. Can they offer adequate loading for that? This is very critical. Adequate loading for adequate practice. Loading is actually the number of hours per week. The minimum required for teaching practice in colleges is 8 hours. For secondary school is 12 periods. There's period and hours. So can they afford that? If they can only afford 2, then you are not practicing enough. It must be 8 and above to a maximum of 12. And then secondary school, 12 to 14. I hope so. If I'm not, that is in your letter. It will be in your letter, the letter you download. Those details are there. So check that. If load is not adequate, and we come on the ground, find that you are teaching 2 hours, you tell you've not practiced, even if it's the end of the term, you've not practiced enough, so we will defer you. Actually, there's a student we deferred last term, and we went to see the student at the end of the term, and she was only teaching 2 hours. We told the student, you've not done enough practice, so answer 10, I go TP this time again. So be careful. Is the environment, here I mean classrooms, labs, fields, workshops, TDs, are they available? You are teaching electrical engineering, and there's no TD room, there's no workshop, there's nothing in the theory. Like some colleges here in town. So be careful. You are doing PE, Akuna Wanja, where will you do it? So check out. Teaching subjects. What are you going to teach? Engineering students. Those are mechanical engineering students, electrical, BC, etc. You must have a theory lesson. Please better understand. You must have a theory lesson. Then you must plus 1 practical. Plus, it can be plus many practicals, but there must be a practical. Or theory plus practicals. The practicals can be TD, that can compensate. Workshop, that is okay. Lamp work, that is all right. Then plus that theory in your core area. If you are electrical, you cannot teach mathematics. Your core area is electrical. So that's what it means by core. If you're in business, let's say HR, your core area is not management, it is HR. If it is accounting, it's accounting. It's not communication skills. You better understand. So that's what it means for the guys in engineering, please. There must be a theory in your core area of training, then plus 1 practical can be TD, workshop, ETs. So check whether they have labs. Very good. Business students, those are HR, SEC, business administration, supplies, etc. You can teach economics. Then musts. This is the musts. You can teach economics as a commoner, as a common subject. Then you must teach your core unit area. If you are in HR, you must have a unit in HR. If you are in accounting, you must have a unit in accounting. If you are in business administration, you must have an administration unit. So that's what it means. Supplies, you can have supplies plus economics or plus EP, that's entrepreneurship. But you must have a unit in your area, in your trade area, your area of training. What your certificate says, you must have an area in that because that is your strength. And that is what you've actually micro-taught. That's what you'll be doing your micro-teaching in. If you are in HR, you not go to do micro-teaching in communication skills. You do in HR. That's your area. Very good. ICT students, that's computer. You can do programming or any unit in ICT. Really not a must to do programming. It's not a must. I know some guys are not good in this. So this one is not a must. But do units in ICT, that is the area of specialization, but don't teach mathematics. That's not your area. NICT programming may not be because some guys do ICT and it's not, they don't do programming. So that is out. I ended that. IM, those are the guys in hospitality, fashion, foods, etc. You must do a theory in your area if you are in a fashion and design, or you are in home economics, your food and all that, beverage areas. You must do a theory in that area, plus practical. So those are the teaching subjects. So check where you are going, whether they have labs or workshops for that matter. Other students, agriculture, the liberal studies, that is the liberal and all that. Your core areas in your area of specialization, agriculture, people to do with it. Normally, liberal studies, they do media, so that is your area. So we've not talked about communication skills anywhere. It's not your area. It's not for anybody's area unless you've done communication skills as your area. So don't teach communication. You have no knowledge in that. The guys in HAS, those are guys in mathematics. So you do lab work. The guys in HAS, those guys in organic chemistry, etc., chemical, etc. You do a theory in your core area plus lab work. That's a lab session. The guys in mathematics, there is mathematics and statistics, computer and mathematics. The guys in computer mathematics, you must do a unity in mathematics. That's compulsory. The guys in mathematics, you do mathematics. Any mathematics, it could be statistics, quantitative methods, it could be pure maths, it could be applied mathematics, doesn't matter. But engineering students cannot teach mathematics. That's not your area of training. Very good. Good. Now you know how to teach. Now let's go to TP request. This is what you do today, tomorrow. We'll give you after Wednesday. We'll give you the weekend to consult your parents, your relatives, whoever is paying for you, whoever you are staying with, because you need accommodation. So before you do any request, any application, think of where will I stay? That's your accommodation. Is it far from my TP institution? As much as possible, try to be near your TP institution. Is it safe enough? Is it accessible by us, that is assessors? So please, those are some of the considerations apart from your teaching areas and the adequacy of the students and environment. So check whether you can afford also the rent. Check you are in agreement with your parents. In fact, there's a student who came this time and the student was crying. My father told me, you cannot go there. Why? Because he cannot afford. In case you decide to share the rent, please be civil to each other. Don't fight when you don't agree. We arrested 3 students who are fighting, who are staying in the same room. So you can get your own room because you need space to prepare. So think about that. I want you sincerely to think about TP request, because once you commit yourself and do application, to change it again, it will take you 4 weeks to change from in the system. So do due diligence. We'll give you adequate time after next week. Around Wednesday, you can make up your mind and do your application. But equally, you can do it today. But please don't do it in a hurry. Don't do TP request in a hurry. To change it, it is not easy. Let me tell you the truth. Utakuja kwa ofisi mara mingi sana, utatuchukia tu bure. Take time. Takes time. Next year kombali bado. We will also give you the timelines. Now let's go to it properly. And please take in also that you guide your friends. TP request. TP request is synonymous to job application. You are hunting. You don't know where. So you just plot it, and you see where do we get a job. There is no confirmation. So it's just a request. How many things do you request and you are denied? Very many. So it's the same thing. Hakuna makasiriko, it's fine. So it's fine. So this is the way to do. Request is like the way you do a job. You are not sure whether you'll be taken. So that is the stage. Once you do your request, you'll be able to print your letter we don't issue students with physical letters. It is generated automatically from our system. That is where we are, my friends. KS TVET is pure technology. So we don't print the letters for you. You do it yourself. And you only key in your details and you get it. So, how do you do? So once you do your request, your letter, and we approve it, of course you go through the request you've made. If we find the place is not adequate, we will not approve it. We will decline. And therefore you'll not be able to get your letter till you come to our office and we tell you the reasons why we are saying no. So, let's go. So, this is the way to do TP requests. Take your pen, 1 second. Get your pen.